Hello, everybody. I'm back here with Gregor Gerlach, the co-owner and chairman of Seaside Collection. Gregor, thank you so much. I know you're in Germany. Thank you so much for jumping on here and talk to me a little bit about Seaside.
Hi, Daniel. Nice to meet you and speak with you.
Hoping, I know a lot of our readers are familiar with the brand already, but I was hoping you could tell us a little bit about Seaside Collection. How did it start? How many properties are there? And sort of where it exists in the market.
Well, more or less, we have 12 properties, and then there's Riverside Cruises, which is our Riverside business, which is quite new for us. We're running 3 ships there. So yeah, 12 hotels on the land and 3 on the rivers.
I do like it how the Seaside markets Riverside as sort of an extension of the brand, but simply on the river, like the floating hotels at sea. I know people say that a lot about the river cruise industry, but it seems to sort of embody what you all are trying to do.
Yes, exactly. I mean, for us, most of our hotels are actually resorts, and in a resort, it's all about experiences, about good food, about good service, and it's the same on the river. So the river is actually extra experience because you're moving and
Yeah.
you keep seeing new places. But in the end, it's the same as a resort, just moving.
Yeah. So let's talk about the hotels and resorts a little bit. For you, talking to your travelers, your consumers, I'm curious what hotel or resort you feel is most special or stands out amongst the portfolio for new travelers to Seaside to consider.
Yeah, I mean, the most special is the Maldives, Finolu, because it's its own island, because every room is a separate villa. So there are so many restaurants and so many fish and so many things to do. My son, when he was 10, he was the first time there, and he came to me and said, "Daddy," very angry, "Daddy, why have I never been here?" And I said, "Why? What happened?" He's like, "This is the coolest place on earth, and I'm already 10 and I've never been here." So I thought that summarizes it pretty well. There's so much to do there, and it's so special, the marine life, but everything else as well. So that's for sure special. Then there's Dresden, which is a great building and a great city, which is very different but special as well. So just to name 2.
Yeah, and I know so the 12 hotels are spread across Germany, Spain, and the Maldives, like you mentioned. You spoke a little bit about it, Gregor, when I asked you earlier, but I was curious if you tell us a little bit about the philosophy when it comes to luxury hospitality. I know this industry is constantly changing and this segment is sort of ripe for change and disruption, but where does the philosophy for delivering a level of luxury hospitality to these kind of customers come from?
Yeah. For us, luxury is not bling bling or glitzy or whatever. For us, luxury is really great products and great people and a great design of the property. So our 3 main areas of focus are the food, which obviously is very, very important, and it has always been. My father always says food is the most important thing. Um, and then there's always the service. I mean, like on the ships and also in Finolo, we have a butler for every villa or every suite. Um, so personal and individual service is very, very important. And then the third thing is the design. We really try to create special designs and make the hotels look special and not like, a cheap copy of your home, but we really try to adopt the design to the location and make it really individual. Those are the
Yeah.
3 legs.
Yeah. I'm hearing that a lot from luxury travel advisors who speaking about what their clients want. They want personalization. They want things, individual aspects of luxury travel. Like they want things personalized to them, to their family. Non-cookie cutter experiences seem to be the thing, which is obviously what you are leaning into. I want to ask about the other side of the business. Again, you mentioned it a couple times, but Riverside Luxury Cruises, it's newer than Seaside. How and when did Riverside begin?
Well, my first touch point with it was like 2017. Um, I went on a small cruise and I had some business contacts about the industry. And I was really surprised. I mean, how interesting and exciting it is to be in the middle of Europe and cruise in the middle of Europe as opposed to on the ocean outside around it. And the second thing that surprised me even more was that there was no real luxury operator. There are some five-star operators, but I didn't see anyone really at the top. You know, you have Porsche, you have Rolex, you have in almost any industry, you have a top luxury product. And on the ocean, you have that as well. You have several ultra luxury operators, but I didn't see that on the river. And that was like the first, you know, we have to do that. I thought that 2017. And we looked into it a bit, but it was very difficult to get ships because all the yards were busy for the next 5 years. So I kind of forgot about it. We came across Finolu, our Maldivian island. We bought that. We spent a lot of time on getting that right. And then suddenly came COVID. And then, as we all know, Crystal went bankrupt and they had just built these amazing river cruise ships because they apparently saw the same opportunity or the same lack of a luxury product on the rivers. And they built the perfect ships for that. And then unfortunately, due to COVID, they went bankrupt and we suddenly saw this great opportunity to do what we had already wanted to do a few years ago. And, you know, got the right ships, put in our luxury hotel experience with it. And I think, yeah, created a great product.
Yeah, I love hearing someone say exactly where they want their product to sit in the market. The top luxury products equal to, like you mentioned, Porsche and Rolex. I think travel advisors love to hear that too because they want to know who their clients are and what clients are most appropriate for this product. So I think that it's really nice to hear you describe it that way. Is that exactly the kind of traveler Riverside caters to? It's the top end, highest end of the luxury river cruise market. That's who you're targeting with this product.
Yes, definitely. I mean, we have only 55 cabins on our ships, so it's a lot less cabins than any other operator. We have around 70 to 75 crew, so that's a lot more. So with less cabins, we have a lot more crew. So obviously and we buy a lot more expensive food. We really cook fresh. The ships have big kitchens, something Crystal did, and when they were up for auction, everybody was saying, oh, these ships are designed so badly. The kitchens are way too big and they have too much crew cabins and nobody needs so much crew and nobody needs so big kitchens. And then we sat together with some of our hotel team, like executive chef from our leading hotel of the world, and you know, we looked at the plans and we said, this is the perfect kitchen. It shouldn't be smaller if you really want to cook fresh and not just heat things up. And if you want to give the perfect service and butler for every suite and cabin, then you also need more crew. And you also need more crew because you need more chefs if you cook fresh. Obviously, if you only heat up stuff, it's a lot less chefs than if you really cook from scratch. So for our philosophy of how we do things, these ships were designed perfectly. And yes, it costs more money, obviously. More crew, less guests is a higher cost. And that's why we are more expensive than other operators. But I think it's money very well invested for the right type of travelers.
I'm curious. I know you know my audience is mostly travel agency owners and travel advisors. Have you heard from travel advisors about these products, or have you heard from guests? Like, what are you hearing, I guess, the response from the trade for these new products?
The response is overwhelming. It's so positive. I mean, you know, it's a hard start. It's a hard industry to get into. It's very traditional. Most travelers go to the same river cruise line for years and decades, and it's really hard as a new player to get into this market because everybody is skeptical. But really, those not only guests but also those travel advisors who have been on our ship, they are writing so positive reviews, and they're all saying, I've been to so many other river cruise ships, and what you're doing is great, phenomenally. And it's very rewarding because obviously numbers wise, like I said, it takes time. You need to build trust, you need to get repeat guests, and that just takes time. But the feedback from guests and travel agents is just phenomenal.
The last thing I want to ask you is you mentioned sort of the history of Seaside and the history of Riverside, the inspiration you had behind building Riverside. I'm curious, are the clients for both products similar, and are the travel advisors you have already in your system as part of your community, are they typically booking guests on both products?
There are a lot of guests from our top-end hotels coming to the river cruise ships and trying it out for first time. Then again, nationality-wise, obviously as a European company in our hotels, we have more European travelers. We have quite a bit in the Maldives. I think at Finalu, the US is the fourth biggest market. But on the river cruise ships, the US is by far the biggest market, and then Europe is the second market. So there is a difference in nationality, and obviously, you know, some of our hotels are hard to reach for US travelers. You know, some yes, some no, like Dresden. A lot of US travelers like to go to Dresden because of the history and the buildings. So yes, there we do have a lot of overlap, and Maldives as well, and other properties we don't have so much overlap.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, do you see an opportunity in the future to sort of cross pollinate both pools of guests with the other? I mean, we are hearing some trends that land vacationers are looking to different forms of travel, and obviously that includes river cruises. I'm curious, I mean, do you see a big opportunity in the future?
Yes, I think there are opportunities. I at the same time, I also think we have to be careful not to overmarket everything and not to, you know, take too much milk out of the cow. I think travelers are adult people, so we show them what we offer, and some like it, others decide it's not the destination for them. So we really try to get every individual product right and make it stand on its own legs. And that's our priority. But yes, there are opportunities like the Maldives. More and more US travelers are coming to the Maldives, and I think it's, you know, it's far away, but I think it's really one of the most special places on earth. The atolls and lagoons, you don't have that anywhere else. Even Seychelles, which are just an hour flight next door, it's just, for me, it's just normal islands, while the Maldives are just, yeah, so special. So more and more American travelers are coming there, and I think we do have synergies there. But yeah, then again, we want to be individual. Our products want to be individual, and I think, you know, we do not want to be a chain and standardize everything.
Yeah.
Have very short manuals, because we believe people are better than manuals. So our managers and the employees in the hotels, they are better than any manual.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap up with that. But Gregor, thank you so much for jumping on here and educating us a little bit about both Seaside and Riverside. It was really great to hear your perspective on things.
Great. Nice to talk to you, and anytime again.
All right. See you later.
Bye.